Hello there and welcome to the Entertainment Headquarters, your headquarters where we talk all things entertainment. And right now it's review time. And the film I would like to introduce you to and review for you is No One Will Save You, that debuted on the 22nd of September on Hulu in the good old United States of America, and of course on Disney Plus internationally. And wow, what can I tell you? This film was a great surprise for me. I was sent the trailer by a good friend of mine called Michelle. Shout out to Michelle. She sent me the trailer a few weeks ago, and the trailer instantly grabbed me. And I instantly knew this was something I wanted to see and watch. The film is directed by Brian Duffield. He also was the writer of this movie. He's worked on Cocaine Bear, that came out earlier in the year, and the film stars Caitlin Dever, who plays the character of Bryn. And this film has so many different influences from other films of this particular genre and other films from other genres. The basic plot for No One Will Save You is this. Bryn is an isolated lady, a young lady, who lives in a home in a small town somewhere in the middle of the American, countryside. And she, she's isolated. She keeps herself to herself. You can tell that there is a history there, that there has been something that's happened within her past. She very much has become a recluse, and she lives in her old family home because her mother has passed. It's just her by herself. And even though this is clearly set in modern day, times, it's set within our assuming 2023. The way that Bryn behaves and the way she comes across is that she's living in the 1950s. She wears 1950s clothing. Her home is decorated in 1950, decor. She has posters on her wall which you need to pay very deep attention to, because these posters hint at things that may happen towards the end of the movie. She has built herself a 1950s, town, wooden village town, that she's handcrafted and painted and put together. She listens to 1950s music, and there's a scene where she's dancing in the kitchen to her music with an invisible partner, just enjoying herself, going by her day-to-day business. And then we get scenes of her writing letters to a character called Maud, who is a childhood friend, which also plays a part within and throughout this film and the plot, because this is not just your stereotypical sci-fi thriller. It's also a mystery movie. It's also a psychological movie. It hints at a lot of different subjects and hints of different types of genres and movies all rolled into one. Bryn, like I say, she is isolated, but there is times where she has ventured into the town, and this is where you realise that there is a history there, and that there is something missing or something has transpired in her past. There's a instance where she goes into the town and she's waiting till the traffic lights change, and she waves at a neighbour and he turns his back on her. He wouldn't even acknowledge that she was there. So straight away, boom, there's something not quite right with Bryn, and something is obviously transpired. She's then, as she's in the town, she's avoiding people, particular this couple who is the chief of police, I'm assuming, and his wife. And like I say, you have to look throughout this film. You need to pay attention of things like in the background, posters on the wall, things that are happening on a table side, names on letters, stuff like this. And she's avoiding this couple. There's even a scene where she's back at her home and the mailman delivers some mail to her home, and it's a box. And I don't know if he's doing this just because he's a dick, or if he's generally has an issue with, Bryn himself, but he just kind of tosses it onto the side of the road. But Bryn acts like it's not a big deal. Takes the box into the home, and she opens the box, and it's another piece of our crafted village, which I believe is a church with a bell on. And this is just little hints right at the beginning of her story of, she's an isolated lady, a reclusive lady who's been through a traumatic experience. She's got a history, she's got a past, and then boom, her life gets turned upside down even more, because on the evening she hears noises, she hears creaking, she sees lights. She decides to investigate and stands on our upstairs landing, and lo and behold, she has a intruder within her home who does not turn out to be human. And it's no friendly ET, that's what I can guarantee you. It is something a lot more powerful and a lot more intelligent. And this is where the fun really begins for this film. This film, key element and the most important element, not just its amazing, creative writing, because Brian Duffield has done an excellent job. If this is his first time directing a movie, he's off with a bang, because it really does pull you in and have you at the end of your seat. But it's not just his creative writing, not just his great cinematography. It's the key success for me for this film is Caitlin Dever's performance as Bryn in what she was able to do, because there's one thing that this has for it that stands out against all movies, which makes it so original. There is not one bit of dialogue till the very end of this film. There's no script. The only script that this actress has, Caitlin Dever, in the character of Bryn, is to act with your face and to act with your emotions, to act with being able to tell a story with your facial expressions. This clearly has a huge influence from A Quiet Place, just in terms of being able to create tension, being able to sucker you in, to have you on the end of your seat with wondering what's about to happen. There are some very thrilling psychological elements in the film. There's some very, edge of your seat moments. There are 3 different types of aliens within this film. There's your stereotypical human-sized, large-head, black-eyed alien. Then there's 2 other aliens. The 3rd particular alien plays a huge part towards the end of the movie and is part of a lot of the amazing action sequences, which I thoroughly enjoyed. This film has taken a lot of influences from other movies. Like I said, I've mentioned one of them, A Quiet Place, just for the sheer being able to tell a story with your facial expressions without words. that is key to this film. The mystery element of this movie, from Bryn having this backstory which you don't know, which you find out via a handful of hints and flashback in interactions with certain characters throughout the movie. You then have influences from things like Cloverfield Lane, another huge successful, you know, alien invasion movie, which was also a very claustrophobic psychological thriller, all wrapped into one. That's the power of entertainment, the power of film television, where you can have more than one type of genre and put it together to create something else, all entirely. And this also has that in it. Another film, and two other films that I found that this was influenced by, was one of them was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. There's certain elements in scenes featuring the members of the town who now have clearly are not who they were before. Clearly things have transpired throughout the night, throughout the day, and things have now changed very much so within the town. In another particular film that I want to mention that this really for me has hints of is Fire in the Sky, which was another huge for me successful in my mind alien invasion movie that had more disturbing elements when you see the actual scenes of when the person's been abducted and how they are experimented on. This doesn't go that deep, but it certainly has some influences from that particular film within this. So what I will say is, from the beginning to the middle to the end, is you need to pay deep attention to the background, to things that are in Bree's home. With Bryn. I need to keep saying friggin' Bree. Her name's Bryn. Anyway, Bryn. I'll get it right. Bryn's home, Bryn's, body language, Bryn's, what's going around, because she's the key. She's the key of the story. And then you get to the end of the movie, and this is where I think people will either have issues or will get it. The ending comes kind of full circle in certain ways and elements for her and her character, for Bryn's character. I got it, I understood it, I enjoyed it, but I do believe the ending will either satisfy people or the ending will disappoint people. But this for me is not merely in an alien invasion story. They're just part of the story. The real story is Bryn and her backstory, in how everything comes out and gets revealed, and how she kind of overcomes some of her issues, and how she is able to continue doing and living her life in a way that she's always wanted to live. If that makes sense. But for ratings, if I had to rate this, I would rate it definitely 9 out of 10. The story, I got it. I love the acting, which was basically using your emotions, using your body language to tell a story. Absolutely amazing. The directing, the cinematography, the well put together, intense atmospheric scenes worked wonders for this. The only other downfall, like I say, apart from people may not liking the ending, is maybe some of the CGI. Some of it well put together. Some of it was, I would say, is a bit questionable. But in all, for the type of movie it is, for the budget it had, it works very, very well. So like I say, if you like your sci-fi and alien invasion movies, this is for you. If you like things that got a little bit more deeper in terms of thriller, psychological, atmospheric, with a little bits of hints of maybe horror elements in small ways, this will be for you. So 9 out of 10 for me. Like I say, I would definitely say No One Will Save You is a lovely surprise, a secret surprise that's come out of nowhere that I generally think would be a great watch over the month of October for Halloween, and also in general for anybody that likes these kind of movies. If you're a fan of A Quiet Place, this is for you. If you're a fan of Fire in the Sky, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, even the Tom Cruise starring Steven Spielberg remake of War of the Worlds, this would be for you. So, my final rating, 9 out of 10. Caitlin Dever did an amazing job. Brian Duffield did an amazing job. Boom! Quick edit there. Let there be light. It was starting to get a bit too dark there by the end of this review. So let me quickly just finish this off and say this was Bryn's journey, and it was an enjoyable journey. And if you enjoy your alien movies, if you enjoy your mystery movies with a bit of a plot twist and a good ending, or for some maybe a mixture of an ending, then this will probably be for you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you've enjoyed this review, let me know and comment what you thought, not just on this review, but of course of the film itself once you've got a chance to see it. And the only other thing I can say is, if you enjoy entertainment, movies, television and more, please subscribe to the Entertainment Headquarters YouTube page. I will try to offer you some more reviews coming up soon, but until then, enjoy your movies, enjoy your television, enjoy all things entertainment, and I'll see you at the next one.